Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Walking Through History. I'm your host Josh. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. If you see my first video, I was talking about hardtack, or a soldier's cracker, I guess you can say it was. Basically what hardtack is it's a giant, like 4-inch cracker that could literally keep for months. And if you read any journal written by a Civil War soldier, guarantee you're liable to hear the word hardtack a lot. But different subject here, and we're going to be talking about Corps badges. Now, if you don't know what a Corps badge is, it's a distinctive emblem for each different corps of the Army during the Civil War. Now, before we get talking about the different types of Corps badges, because there is a multitude of shapes, we got to go back to the very beginning of when this tradition started. In 1862, Brigadier General Philip Kearny of the 3rd Corps, 1st Division, started lashing out at some troops that were lagging behind. And Kearny thought that these were his men because there were no distinctive markings on a soldier's uniform. Yeah, there was different regimental banners, and different regiments had different camp colors, I guess you can say. But on the individual soldier, there were no distinctive markings. So, again, Kearny thought these were his men that was lagging behind, so he just lashed out at them, telling them to hurry up, get back into formation. But it turns out that these men were not from his command. And so at that moment, he vowed that he would have a distinct marking to defer from his men to other men of the Army of the Potomac. And so what General Kearny did is he got all of his company commanders together, and he told them that they were going to wear a red diamond, either on their caps or on their jacket blouse, to defer them from the rest of the commands in the Army of the Potomac. And supposedly, what General Kearny did is he even donated his red wool blanket to be cut up and used to make these designs. Now, the regular soldier in Kearny's command, of course, they did not know about this mandate, only the company commanders. And eventually they saw their own officers wearing these red diamonds on their caps. And so they started making their own. And before you know it, the men of the 3rd Corps, 1st Division, under the command of Brigadier General Philip Kearny, all started wearing these red diamonds on their caps. And once everybody started wearing these red diamonds on their caps, the 1st Division started being called the Red Diamond Division. And before long, General Kearny's idea would start becoming into play, because in 1863, when General Joseph Hooker took command of the Army of the Potomac, he made Daniel Butterfield his chief of staff.
With General Butterfield? What was the Hooker? That one?
That's right, that's the same fella.
Now, Dan Butterfield is a lot different character than most of your typical Army officers at the time, because Butterfield was not a West Pointer, and in fact, he was actually a civilian. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was a lawyer. And leading up to the Civil War, he was also a militia officer. But he was not a West Pointer. Butterfield also had a tendency to work with the Signal Corps quite a bit. And famously, he even worked with his bugler to write the famous call Taps. Now, similar to what Kearny was wanting, a identification method, Daniel Butterfield wanted something a lot Army-wide. So using his new position, he started developing different styles of badges along with different colors. Now, General Kearny used the red diamond for his command, 3rd Corps, 1st Division. Now, since red was going to be used for the 1st Division, Butterfield use the colors of the American flag, red, white, and blue. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd divisions. Now, in March of '63, Dan Butterfield put into concept of employing different shapes for the then 7 corps in the Army of the Potomac, because at the time there was 3 divisions in each corps. Now, the first corps, he employed a disc, just a simple circle. 2nd corps, he chose the trefoil in homage of the Irish Brigade that was in that corps. 3rd, the diamond, as Kearny did with his command. 5th corps, he chose a Maltese cross because in his militia days, Butterfield's unit, the 12th New York, he used the Maltese cross for different forms of identification for that unit. So he kept it the Maltese cross for the 5th Corps. The 6th Corps, he used a Greek cross. The 11th Corps, they used a half moon or crescent moon. The 12th Corps, they used a 5-point star. And again, stated that each corps had different colors. So if you was a member of the 11th Corps 2nd Division, you would have a white half moon. If you're like me and you were in the 3rd Corps 3rd Division, you'd have a blue diamond or losange. But I think that's pretty well going to cover it for today's episode. Now, if you want me to delve in deeper, like what did the Western troops use for their designs, for their corps badges and things like that, leave a comment down in the comment section below. But if you still find this video helpful and you want to see more of that, please be sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, highlight that bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. But I'll stop talking your ear off now, and you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later on down the trail as we keep walking through history. Take it easy.